Hi, Chris White here, laptop lifestyle entrepreneur, real estate investor, and ambassador for Project Awakening. My friends, today is day 4 of Project Awakening, which is a 90-day movement to awaken you to the reality that you too can live like the rich, if you're willing to think like the rich. Now, throughout this series, we'll be asking one core question to help you rewire your thinking, and that question is this: what would the Rockefellers do? So here's your Think Like the Rockefellers tip of the day. And I'll open this tip with a question. Have you ever considered this question in your life? How do you leave a financial legacy? You know, my answer to leaving a financial legacy is by using the Rockefeller method. Now, let me share with you the challenges of making family wealth last more than a few generations. You know, to do that, let's turn to one of the foremost experts on the topic, Andrew L. Howell, who's an estate planning and asset protection attorney. He also co-wrote the book Entrusted: Building a Legacy That Lasts. Now, in his book, Andrew writes that preserving and protecting financial wealth requires an understanding of and a solid plan for counteracting the 3 primary forces that erode wealth over multiple generations. Just as water, wind, and gravity work to erode natural monuments, 3 forces work to erode financial wealth over multiple generations. Okay, number 1 is the division of assets among the generations. Number 2 is the transfer of taxes and capital gains. And number 3 is business risks and third-party attacks. Now, Andrew writes that studies have shown that as a result of these 3 forces, financial wealth doesn't last past the 3rd generation in 90% of high net worth families. Now, this truism has sometimes been expressed as shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations. Now, you might be asking yourself, how fast can your financial legacy disappear if you don't know what the rich know? Well, Andrew uses an example in his book of a family with a $100 million estate. How long do you think a $100 million estate should last? Well, absent of proper planning and applying just the 40% estate tax that the great-grandchildren, just 3 generations, would receive just $343,000 out of the original $100 million. Isn't that crazy? 3 generations, you go from $100 million to $343,000. Okay, so what's the answer to protecting your wealth and leaving a financial legacy? Well, it has to do with what Andrew refers to as creating a perpetual opportunity machine. And I'm going to tell you about that tomorrow. In the meantime, if you'd like to learn more about how to start thinking like the rich so that you can live like the rich and begin setting up your own financial legacy, simply click on the link wherever it is around this video, and I'll talk you through the exact steps that you need to know in order to create your own personal economy right here on the internet, using just a laptop from the comfort of your own home. My friend, if you're ready for success, then lock your spot in for this free workshop while it's still available, and I will see you tomorrow for day 5 of Project Awakening, where I'll continue to educate you on how to think like the rich so that you can live like the rich. Until then, my friend, be extraordinary.